Hello, welcome. I want to start a new thing on this channel where I play Minecraft and I get to talk about God. And I just really want to dive into how good He's been to me. I want to dive into my testimony. Probably during this video, I'll probably do that. And if there's any other questions, I can probably take this up and I could probably answer those in the upcoming videos. So I hope that you guys are ready, and let's just dive into this. Just going through the settings here. I'm probably not going to play on hardcore. I know a lot of people like hardcore, but I'm not that good at the game yet. And even though I've been playing for over a decade, I just don't want to lose the world on day one. But we're going to do a random seed. We're going to do show coordinates and show days played. That might be the only thing I'd change. These are going to be off. So yeah, let's just create this world. See what happens. Alright, let's see where we end up. You might hear buttons in the background. I'm recording off an iPhone for my audio. Yeah, it might not be the best, but... And also, just so you guys are aware, I do have a talking problem. I mean, it's very obvious that I do. I just want to put that out there, so if you guys comment, I'm not really going to be offended. Yeah, it looks like we have a decent area. Pretty flat land, looks like the plains, cherry blossom. I want this world to be pretty raw, without glitches, usually like duplication. Get some sheep here. I'm playing on a new controller, the other one broke. This is Bedrock, by the way, I'm sure you guys know. So not the best version, but it's the one I play on. It's the one I've been playing on for over a decade. I never made a video like this. I might have to pause and cut the video every now and then because I don't have a lot of room on this MacBook that I'm recording on. I have an Elgato, but it's hooked up to a MacBook. But yeah, I'll pick this back up when I got a little bit more wood. And then I'll probably dive into my testimony a little bit more. Alright, I guess I can get into my testimony a little bit here. So I wanted, like I said earlier, I wanted to get into talking about God. I'll get some stone. Yeah, I guess... Sorry, please forgive me, I've never done this before. But getting into my story, I guess, growing up, I guess I've always believed in God. At a young age, my mom and dad split up. We were in and out of apartments, staying places and everything. My dad would read us the Bible every night. I guess that was my start to knowing who God was. Fast forward, I was around 4 or 5 years old, so I guess that would have been 2000. I'm 24 now. That would have been around 2005. Yeah, I guess growing up, I knew who God was, but I didn't have a relationship with Him. I only knew Him because of my dad was reading from the Bible at a young age. And that's fine. Teach your kids young, man. It really does help. So yeah, like I was saying, fast forward about 5 years to 2010. My dad had remarried, and then we ended up moving to her place, which was in a new town, about 3 hours from where we originally were. Yeah, we ended up, the first couple years we lived there, probably up until, 2013. We went to church, not every week, but so that was my first time attending church. I believe I didn't like it. I didn't like waking up early in the morning I didn't like all the old people, and I'm just being truthful here. I didn't know what they were talking about. I really probably didn't even care. I was like 10, but yeah, I just cared about playing my game. I just really didn't care about hearing what the message was or anything. I guess we stopped going sometime after probably 2013. So after we stopped going to church, it was probably a couple years, and then I started turning into not an adult, not yet. Started turning into a teenager. Sorry if you can hear my controller again, but yeah, so I started getting into drugs, and I wasn't really a good teenager at all. I went through all the common things that a teenager would, like cheating. That was very common where I was. Does not make it right. I'm declaring that now. It does not make it right. But also, like, I've been cheated on a couple times. I've cheated on a couple times. I went through the standard heartbreak like every person probably does. Yeah, so I just went through the standard heartbreaks. I got made fun of a lot in school, especially high school. I mean, you can imagine why, the way I talk. But I took being made fun of to heart, like, really bad. I hated it. I hated talking in school to the point where it got to the point where, like, I'd have a presentation for class, but the day of, I would delete it. I'm a teenager at this point, so I got so worried about talking in front of people, I would just delete it and take the bad grade. I took the easy way out every time. I did everything in my power to avoid talking in public. This is going to be like the most basic house. I eventually graduated in 2020. I eventually gotten a girlfriend, surprisingly. I'm still with, I got with her in 2021. Mind you, I still believed in God, but I did not follow God. Like, I confessed with my mouth that I believed God, but I didn't really know nothing about God. So I was like a lukewarm, right? So I was a lukewarm, which a lot of people don't really know they are. 2022, I moved in with my girlfriend. Well, hold on. We both bought an apartment and moved in together. June 2022, we moved in, and both of us were not with Christ. We didn't have a good foundation with Christ. We were both doing what we wanted. We both had no repercussion of sin. We both did stuff in the bedroom, which we're not supposed to do until we're married, but at that time, mind you, I didn't care, and I didn't really, like, know either. But this is where it gets kind of interesting, because I had a dream one night. This was in March 2023. So I had this dream where I gotten shot. I was dying in my dream on pavement. So this dream I had, it was me getting shot, and I don't know how many times. I want to say like a couple. But I was dying on the ground, and I don't know if you had those dreams where it felt so real. Like, you felt like you were actually there. That's how I felt in this dream. And I remember laying on the pavement, dying. And my final words, and mind you, I was not with God at this time. My final words were, "God, I'm sorry." But think about it. I wasn't with God. And why would those be my final words, right? I totally 100% believe God put that dream in my head. He gave me that dream. And I think it's because he knew I was living bad. He knew I was not living for him. And he knew where I was heading if I continued down that path. But he knew where I was heading. I don't know if you guys relate, but like if you had a dream and you were to tell that dream to someone else who did not have that dream, it would sound so weird to them. To you, it makes total sense. That was what the dream was like to me. I knew the deeper meaning behind it, even though I was not with God. I immediately woke up and knew what it meant. And what that meant was, if I were to die, I would be sorry if I knew I didn't live a good life. And what I mean by good life is living for God. And the really messed up part is, even after that dream, even after I had that revelation of what I was doing, I had like a burning passion for God for like a week or two. I went right back to what I was doing before I had that dream, and that was living for myself. But yeah, after like a week or two, that passion quickly faded away. I just went right back to my old life. So that was March 2023, and then this year, 2025, I lost my car and I lost my job. I had a pretty good job, not so good car, and I don't have torches yet. But yeah, I lost my car, I lost my job, relatively back to back too. Just one night, maybe like a couple weeks afterwards, on YouTube with my girlfriend at the time, and we were just watching YouTube. It was random stuff. My girlfriend had seen a video about God, and why that video was in my recommended, I have no idea. And I really had no idea why that God video was in my recommended. I had not watched anything about God. Nothing relating to the channels I watched talked about God. So my girlfriend wanted to watch it, and I immediately said no. But immediately when I told her no, something in me told me to go back. Now I didn't hear a voice, but I felt this overwhelming sense of I need to go back and watch it. I want to say that was in February of this year, 2025. And then I went back and watched it with her. Yeah, I watched it, and then from that point forward, I've been on fire for God. And he definitely pulled me. He definitely called me. I'm so glad he did, because, 150,000 people die every day. And I could have been one of them before God pulled me. God could have just been like, you know what, I've had enough with him. He's the one that made us. He's the one that keeps us alive. He's the one that wakes me up every day. Even when I'm not faithful to him, he's faithful to me. I know the Christian God of the Bible is the true God. I've experienced him. But yeah, I would love to take questions and really help you guys learn what's really in the Bible and what's really not in the Bible. Because there's been a lot of made up stuff. People love making up stuff. But yeah, that's really about all my testimony. I think I'm going to get a little bit more cobblestone and finish up this roof. Alright, so, yep. Yeah, I know it's pretty ugly right now. I want this to be a very chill series. Not rushing anything. Yeah, just have fun and talk about God. So I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, just thank you for watching if you watched. If not, I understand. And thank you. I'll see you next time.